Hello, welcome back to Luminar 2018. And today I want to look at the new filter that's been added to this software recently, which is a sort of automated sky enhancing filter. I think some of the sort of old school people out there might be thinking, oh, it's an automated filter, I don't like those. As far as I see it, I can see that some people might like their kind of very measurable stuff, you know, the kind of exposure, you can set it up, increase it by a certain number of stops, you've got your curves, all those kind of things, real kind of measurable adjustments, as opposed to, ooh, an automated thing, what's it actually doing? But really, does it matter? Because surely it's about potentially saving yourself time when you're doing an edit of multiple pictures, and also getting the picture that you want, getting it to look how you want. That's all that counts really, isn't it? So they've added in this sky enhancer, and I want to take a look at that now. Also coming to this software soon is digital asset management. Finally, at last, it is being added. So this will start to become a real contender, I think, for a piece of software that I use every single day for my photos, because without that digital asset management, it's a little bit awkward. You can go in and you can open individual images, but you can't, and you can batch process, but you can't organize your images like you do in something like Lightroom. So let's bring in an image. I've just picked out some images that have skies in them. They're not particularly great images, but that's because I'm not a particularly great photographer. I do this for fun. I do photography for fun. I'm not claiming to be a professional photographer or anything. I do it because I like it. So let's take a look, and we've got our two filters, the two main filters I'm going to work with today. The Accent AI filter, which has been on here for ages. It's kind of their trademarked filter. It even has the TM logo next to it. And this new AI sky enhancer. So let's add that one in first, and let's add in the AI filter. And what the sky enhancer should, of course, do is be able to pick out the sky. Now, in a picture like this, I would have thought that'd be quite straightforward. It's fairly obvious. You've got a nice, clean difference here between the building and the sky. If the sky looked anything like this, we would probably just have had some major nuclear disaster or something. It would be terrible. But let's increase the sky enhancer and see what it does. So we can see that it pushes up the saturation, really makes the sky pop. I think the exposure on this image is a bit too low anyway, which is what I'm going to adjust the Accent AI filter for now and really bring this out. So I don't want to put it too much, because if you put it right to the top, I think that's a little bit too much. It all just looks a bit too Samsung phone. So maybe to halfway like that, and then just go back to the sky enhancer, and we go from the fairly flat looking sky to something a bit more interesting like that. And within two adjustments on two sliders, we've gone from a photo which looks like that to a photo which looks like that. Of course, which you prefer depends on what you're doing it for, what you're processing it for. But overall, I think that is a more well exposed and well processed image. Okay, let's bring in something else to take a look at. Let's bring in this one from Portugal, just of a cliff. Now again, we've got definite distinctions between the rock and the sky, but of course the sea is kind of like the sky, I suppose. So I wonder how it does with that. I'll chuck those two filters on this one, and let's have a look. So it looks like we've got some making some tiny adjustments to the sea there. Nothing to worry about there, but it's really doing a great job of bringing out that sky, because in this picture, that sky is kind of just a bit dead, really. There's not too much information there. There's not too much happening in the sky. But if I push this up, you really start to get some really nice blue up here at the top. And if I just bring up the image as a whole, because this was an incredibly sunny day. It was a bright sunny day, even though those clouds would suggest otherwise. You can tell from the rocks that this was kind of, harsh contrast. I think if we boost that up, it really starts to look nice. You can really, actually, I can really go quite high on that. And again, going from that to that, bringing out the sky there. All right, let's take a look at an image where it is not going to work, and with good reason, I think. So let's just bring in this one. So here we have a picture of a windmill, and it'd be nice to get a bit more kind of contrast, a bit more information out of here. But really, these two are, I don't know. I mean, the software doesn't work. I've tried this image before, and it just doesn't work with this type of thing. So if I look at the sky enhancer now and push it up, see, it's doing, it's okay. I'm sure that's doing better than it did. It's doing better than it did before. Well, maybe I stand corrected. It's certainly bringing out some more in that sky. Certainly bringing out more than it was before, I think. Let's just add this on afterwards and see what that does. Well, we can really push that up, and gosh. And go from that, the original, to that. Probably, to be honest, don't really need the extra sort of blue and boost in the sky there actually on this particular photo. But then that's just my opinion. Let's try one more. Oh yeah, I did this one in a photo lemur demo, because it's a kind of some seriously dramatic skies going on there and a very underexposed area down here. So what I'm hoping is that the sky thing will deal with this, and the AI enhancer will deal with this. So again, just the two. I'm not going to add any other filters onto here. So firstly, let's do the sky. And it really kind of really makes it look like really dramatic there. So again, I'll go to about 50%. And now I want to bring up the rest. Yes, that's exactly what I'm after. Yeah, again, really go quite high on that, I think. So the the accent AI filter does also adjust the sky too. So you probably don't want to go too overboard with it all, but going from that to that is quite impressive. All right, shall we do one more? Oh yeah, this one here, this alleyway at Coombe Abbey. This should be cropped really. They did make an adjustment to the crop tool, I think, in their latest release too. So I'm going to bring this up and make sure that's straight. We now have a proper grid finally, I think, on here when you make those rotations. And difficult picture this. No detail at all. Really black here, really black here. Sky, it's essentially exposed for the sky, isn't it, really? This could probably do with multiple exposure and being chucked into Aurora as an HDR picture. But let's put in the sky enhancer. Wow. Massively brings out the blue in the sky here. But what I'm hoping is now that the AI filter will sort out this. Oh my God, what a difference. I mean, maybe a little bit oversaturated altogether, in which case you can just chuck in a saturation filter here and just bring the whole lot down very slightly just to ease it all off a bit. And we've gone from that to that. I mean, what a difference. We'll leave it there. I think that's a fairly positive one. I wanted to try and give a fair example. I thought I'd throw in that one that it struggled with, even though it actually did better than I thought. I wanted to give some give you a fair example of this software working, and also, the bits where it struggles. But I think we'll end on that one because that's a great example of these sliders in action. So that's the AI Sky Enhancer, together with the standard Accent AI filter on the Luminar 2018 software. If you want to check this software out, please click on the links in the description or in the comment section at the top there. And thank you very much for watching. See you soon. Bye.